Hello class, good day. So I am your instructor, Mrs. Fatima Revilla Clanoir. You can call me Ma'am Fat. So last meeting, I posted in our Google Classroom the first topic that we are going to tackle. So which is entitled self-concept. So I assume that you already viewed the slides, the proper presentation slide. So the first slide there, class, is it asks a question with, or it begin with a question with, who am I? No? So have you ever wondered or asked yourself who you really are? Or if I am going to ask you, who are you? No, what makes you you? So right now, class, I am viewing my slides. So I'll just wait. I don't know how to. Okay. So this is my guide for my discussion. So I'll ask you once again, who are you? What makes you you? No? So you might answer, maybe most of you might answer, I'm a brother, I'm a sister, I'm a student, or I'm a good friend. Or maybe some of you might answer, I'm a kind-hearted person, I'm intelligent, I'm hardworking. So these responses, class, come from your internal sense of who you are. Okay? So who am I? No? So to know thyself, class, according to Socrates, I think you know Socrates. So he is one of the famous philosophers. So according to Socrates, class, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. So do you agree with that? No? So, but what exactly do you know when you know yourself? So this is our first topic, which is we should be aware. So you should be aware of yourself, of who you really are. Okay. So my first slide is self-concept. So it is written there that when you say self-concept, class, you are referring to your inner self. Like, I have a healthy body. I am an attractive person. I am an honest person. Religion is my guide in everyday life. Maybe some of you might agree or disagree in this statement. I am a cheerful person. I hate myself. I am from a happy family. Or I am not loved by my family. Okay? So history, before we begin, we'll just look back, with a history of self-concept. So William James. So William James, class, is a famous psychologist and philosopher. So he is one of the writers in the Principles of Psychology. So according to him, our self is part of the consciousness mind. So William James distinguished our self into two types, which is me and I. So I is for the subjective sense, while me is the objective sense. So it is more focused, the me side, class, me. The me side, class, is more focused by the psychologist for research. So me, class, means it corresponds to the self as an object of experience. In other terms, it is a self or self as an object. So when you say objective, class, I am referring to the me, okay, the me self. when you say objective class, no, it is not influenced, no, by your personal feelings, no. So dili siya feelings and also opinion. Okay, and then the I self class, no, when you say I self, it reflects the self as a subject of experience. Okay, so the me class, no, according to William James, the me comes first before the I. So when you say subjective class, no, subjective evaluation, so it is more focused on your moods, your attitudes, and your opinion. No, so lahi si objective and the subjective. Okay. So we have here, So I'm going to discuss the definition, no? The definition of self-concept. So concept class is the totality of the individual's thoughts and feelings, no? Having reference to himself as an object. Okay? So self-concept includes first is cognitive, second behavioral, third is affective component. Okay? So when you say cognitive component class, it is also called as self-schema. So when you say self-schemas class, no, these are cognitive generalizations about the self. No, it derived from your past experience, no, and then it also organize and guide the processing of self-related information. So self-schema kono class, no, according here in the philosopher of Socrates, it is a long-lasting, no, stable set memories that summarize a person's belief, experiences, and generalizations about self. So it is structured framework, no, and it is like a it deals with your personality traits, no. So we have different personality traits, like for example, I used to stay indoor, no. So I'm a kind of person that doesn't like to socialize with other people. Okay? So that is your schema. No? So you have also your personality. No? You have your goals in life to become successful someday, to become a professional teacher. And then you also have your values. Like your values should also be in line with your personality. Okay, so the self schema class is it has three types of schemas. First is the physical, logical, and view schemas, but I will not include that in my discussion. So moara to siya, self schema. And the next class would be the affective evaluation, or what you call self-esteem. I know that you have encountered this, no, many times, no, the word esteem, self-esteem. So what is self-esteem class? So according to my this topic, when you say self-esteem, it reflects the perceived difference between an individual's actual self, who I think I really am, and some ideal self-image, who I would really like to be. No, so there are two. It's like a category: who I think I really am, and who I would really like to be. So according to William James, no, self-esteem express the relationship this way. So self-esteem class is like a success or a pretension. So when you say pretension class, no, it is ideals, no, it's against, no, it is against which individuals, no, would actually assess their actual self-image. No? So, for example, class, you really think that you are good at dealing with other people, no? But in your mind, or in your goals, or in your attitudes, class, your parents want you to not to become a teacher, like that. Okay. And then self-esteem, no, it is confidence in one's worth or abilities. Okay, so my question is self-esteem, class, subjective or objective? Diba? I told you, when you say objective, it is not influenced by your personal feelings or opinion. While you say subjective, it is no influenced by your moods, attitudes, and opinions. So kindly answer that question. Is self-esteem is subjective or objective? Okay, so let's move forward. So the self-concept, class, is what we think about yourself. No, I know that in your age right now, you still have difficulty in choosing, no, who you really want to be, or if you want to follow your parents' dreams or your parents' wants. Okay, so self-esteem, class, is the positive or the negative evaluation of the self, as in how you feel about it. Okay, let's move forward. Number 3 is the behavioral component, or what you call self-perception. So according to Darl Bem, influential self-perception theory reflects we observe our behavior and situations about why the behavior occurred, and draw conclusions about our own characteristics and disposition. So in other words, kuna class, no, self-perception is we come to understand ourselves, no, the same way we perceive and understand others. So the self-perception, class, posits, no, when you say posits, class, it discovers, no, that people determine their own attitudes and preferences by interpreting the meaning of their own behavior. So as we define, class, for our genetic term, no, this is the self-perception is the primary reason why different individuals perceive the same situation in different ways. Like for example, if you have problems, and then ang katong imuhang classmate is for him, no, not taking the major exam on time is a big deal for him, but for you, okay lang, chill lang, no, because maybe some professors, some instructors would give you a chance, no, to take the exam, but for your other classmates, wala na, nag-uol kaayo sila, nag-uol, so nga na siya, class, no. So you handle the situation differently. Okay, same situation but different reactions. So like that. Okay, and the next, class, would be the you and me, no, understanding of self. So according to William James, self-concept, class, is highly introspective. What is introspective? No, you are just what? Looking on the inside, no? So more ka sa imuhang inner side, sa imuhang inner self. Okay? So we cannot interpret our own actions and feelings without looking outward to the actions and feelings of exhibited by other people. Okay? So how does self-concept foster? So we have here a looking glass self, no? So it is created by Charles Horton Coolib in 1902, stating that a person's self grows out of perceptions of others. The term refers to people shaping themselves based on other people's perception, which leads the people to reinforce other themselves based on what other people perceive and confirm other people's opinion on themselves. No? So the term looking glass self, no, was first used by Cooley in the Human Nature and the Social Order. So Cooley's theory, no, or psychological theory class, no, summed up his statement. So it goes like this: I am not what I think I am, and I am not what you think I am. I am what I think that you think I am. Okay, so did you understand that, class? So according to Cooley, once again, I am not what I think I am, and I am not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am. Okay? Next. So the threat to self-concept, class, and cognitive dissonance theory. No, when you say cognitive dissonance, class, no, it is a discomfort. No, discomfort, that is a discomfort caused by holding conflict cognition. So unsa man na siya, ma'am? Unsa man ang cognitive condition? So example, class, no, your ideas, your beliefs, your values, your emotional reactions simultaneously. So mag-contradict na siya, class. Once mag-contradict na siya, class, no, then you will be having a cognitive dissonance, no? Muna siya og problem, no? Kung imuhang values and then ang imuhang ideas is dili sila magsibo, okay? And then the theory of cognitive dissonance, class, in social psychology proposes that people have a motivational drive to reduce by to create a consistent belief system. No, how can you create a consistent belief system? So by alternatively, no, you should reduce, no, yung obsan, you should reduce the importance of any of the dissonant elements that can that can lead yourself, no, into, that can lead to the change in self-concept. Okay, so for the difference, class, when you say self-concept, class, it encompasses what people know and believe about themselves. Okay, so all self-knowledge is integrated into a single concept. So mura di siya, class, o si self-concept kani umbrella, and then nagsanga-sanga ang uban. Like for example, self-concept, self-esteem, what else? Itong mga self na I have mentioned earlier. Okay? And then self-concept is a largely coherent and integrated, no? And then also it is on the conscious mind. While self-knowledge, no, when you say self-knowledge, class, it is an understanding of one's natures, abilities, and limitation into one's self. So it has a plenty of material connected together, no? So kung si self-concept, class, is conscious lang siya, si self-knowledge is conscious, unconscious, and the subconscious. Okay. And then self-schema. So self-schema, class, fall under the cognitive component of what? Self-concept. No? So belong gyapon si self-schema ni self-concept. So it is a beliefs about oneself, information from the previous experiences. Whereas self-perception fall under the behavioral component of self-concept. So si self-schema is sa cognitive, while si self-perception is sa behavioral. Okay? So si self-perception, no, perceives one's behavior in the environment. No? Sa environment, si perception. While si schema, ato siya sa iyahang previous experiences. So that ends our discussion for this morning. So if you have questions or clarifications, class, you are free to comment down, no, on my in my chat box or in our comment box. Okay, so I'm going to answer that once you are done viewing this video. Okay, thank you class and God bless.